Oh, okay. Star date. You shall know. Plus Trenk equals X carré divided by Le Mans plus N. Solve for the hypotenuse. So I was making some. I've been like making a video and thing. Been making a video, a Miranda video, but you know my attention span is improving. So like for the time being, I just thought. But I was watching one video and like you know when I watch my video, I'm like, oh yeah, this is quite interesting. And hey, we can say quite interesting now. No thanks to Il Haley. But yeah, so I always go off on tangents, and I mentioned like. I realized I mentioned something about like Bankrap Man, which I think is the best Zangl. I was like, I was like, let's just call him Bankrap Man, because like I'm hashtag team Bankrap Man, you know. And I was like, and I don't think I ever like finished the Zen flow, so like it might have looked like I'm not on his side, but like I'm like mad on his side, like him my horse in a Rimblandia, because Sploosh feeling whitey on a rampage match. She. Hey there, Rotter. Get out of here, nigga, Floyd. Dumb nigga. Sorry, I'm not really sorry. It's like, nigga Floyd's so annoying. I'm hearing the Fonzie film. But yeah, I'm hashtag team Bankrap Man. If you're not like, should we like, in case you're like too lazy to like go and start checking on there, let's just like use this, right? So let's talk about some stuff. So, you know, so in Bank on a Shoot, you know, like the you know, I am the Candy King. You know, I'm ing of this, ing of that. Not well, actually, I was gonna say like I'm not ing of that. But actually, I am ing of that. Actually, I have power over demon. And go on colorchecker.net or whatever, and check like whether, you know, like Mo Zangl can get away with wearing like Crni and codename Osa. You know, and like you can get away with the thing. I don't know, man. Apparently, like so many spirits aren't like molt potente. I'm actually quite potente spirit too. Like I'm Dionysus. Go on profitchecker.net and like check Ox if Indigo Soldier be Dionysus and like start read like Confirmado. You know, but so I am Candy King. So obviously we don't say Código K, but like just because like one thing you learn in SweetShop is like you know, like if it rhymes it's fine. If he sings, he wins, and stuff like this, you know. So like, Candy King sings, you know, like so. Da-da-da. I'm so glad I went to SweetShop. I've been to chat to this different SweetShop. First one I went to was Hotland, which it actually took me a while to realize that I'd actually been to SweetShop, because for a while I was like, I've only been to Tree SweetShop, and like, you know, these people were like, aren't you forgetting something? I was like, and I went to Elnos. So I was like, you mean like Garde à Vue be like SweetShop? I was like, well, what do you think, Mash? You're in there. There's like Zangl. There's Zangl all around. You know, in different rappers. You know, this is a SweetShop. It's not like the Kazalny G Floyd in a Bronx. I've been to many different Kazalny G Floyd. It's funny. Like whenever Jim get arrested. You know, like I'm on the system as Daniel Belmont. It's so funny because whenever Jim get arrested, you know, like I always like give him like a name or a da 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 da. One good way of going to SweetShop, instead of going to like the Funzy Farm, because back in ancient, you know, like the worst thing was like going to what is now the Funzy Farm, which I still call Brain Drain. But I made a Zen flow. It was like last time I was in Brain Drain I was like, I'm never going back to Brain Drain. You know, and when I did the whole thing, like the whole I Ching, like, you know, tarot mash thing, confident model thing, and never going back to Brain Drain. You know, like I Ching, like that. Even though like it's not, you know, I call my I Ching spink. You know, I haven't been spinkando for a while, man. But I got like even though this isn't the ideal question, I did like, you know, something like, I think actually I seem to remember like I got like consistent positive Zen flow for like, well, I never is this the last time I'll ever be in Brain Drain? And I was like, you know, 6 full lines or something like nice, or you know. And then I did like tarot mash thing confirmado, like with the aces spread of like, you know, is this the last time I'll go to Brain Drain? You know, like I think that I haven't done this Zen flow in a while, but it's like you do like, I think the Dreslen. No, I think Zem Target, and like you get like if you do 3 piles of Zem Target, and if you get an ace, then it's in the first Zemp, then like you count up to Zemp, and like say like you do like this card note, this card note, this card, oh, ace, so yes, and then you start the next pile. It's like this card note, 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 oh, ace, yeah, and then there's 2, and then so probably the answer is yes, and then you do another pile. It's like this card note, this card note, this card note, this card, yes, oh, nice one, yeah, got lead because like and sometimes, and I know like the spiritu are like a little bit like, I don't know if the word is fickle, but like sometimes like if you ask like obvious things, then they're like no or something. So like, but like sometimes you just want to know if this is accurate or whatever. So I was like, you know, like I was like, I asked like, you know, like do I have the support, back, and protection of Noddy? And I got like ace. Ooh, ace. Oh, nice, ace. I was like, yeah. Or actually, like if you want to check the actual Zen flows, like this card, no. Ooh, then ace, and then ace. I was like, ooh, nice one. So pretty much. So like something that we all know, you know. So I mean, what was I talking about? Something to do with Brahmin or something. Yeah, SweetShop was thing. But like, what would be like astounding to me? Astounding, absolutely astounding to me. It's like my entre guillemets thing. And like there'd be actually like Egypt, like out there on the planet, who still think that me gonna go or something, me gonna like disappear or like get hurt or something, or like things aren't gonna work out for me. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you're in mortal danger. Not only mortal danger, right? But like you're in the situation where like something really, really, really bad, like really, really, really bad is on the horizon, right? Really, really, really bad is on the horizon. You don't walk around being like, oh, I'm the Caliph of Ultra, deploy flower power, fashion, you know. Well, actually, I kind of did for a little bit, for a while, but I still felt like a bit of trank. Well, no, trank is the most dreadful boy. I felt like quite a lot of dread. This is why I'm like trying to like spread dread. This is the stat that I like to spread most, because I felt like intense dread back in Ancient, you know, like Yakuza Shimmy Ken, Yakuza Nazi no. Maybe Yakuza Shimmy Ken. No, not, I mean Yakuza Shunga Kusatsu. Like, when we was in deep broncos with the Banian, like them sent like Banian after me, and then we sued the Banian, and we like got in touch with like them sent like demons like work, like bah, like you know, like what's that smell? Oh, like what? And it's like I feel no pain, and then like stuff like this, and then we went to like Ayatville, and like there was like, and I like walked around Ayatville like fighting with the demon match. And then this one time we was in a Bludgeonville, like Nakara. And like I've grown to like really like relish these demonic encounters, because like it's so thrilling when you meet like powerful demons. You're like, wee. I get into this mode where I'm like wee. And like a lot of Egypt, just like they're like a fiat of demon or something. They're like a fiat of demon. Like, I love meeting demons, because I destroy demons. Demons are scared of me, man. You know how many black gat have tried to like come up to me and be like, meow. And I'm like, get out of here, Egypt. Last time we saw a black cat, me was in a Londonian zonk in a Dankstead. There was this black cat called Lucifer, right? I was like at this Pectapar, and like this, and I saw this black cat, and the black cat was like running away from like ah, and someone was like Lucifer. I was like, you called a black cat Lucifer? Like, what's wrong with you? But Lucifer was like, oh my god! So yeah, but like for time, you know, this is why like I'm so gay, and I'm like, yeah, da, 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 da. You know, like just like we're tagging doing bad man thing, we're tagging doing Grimp, we're tagging doing Sploosh Fiend and Whitey. There's no way I can lose. There's no way I can lose. You know. So now I'm in the Fonzie farm, you know, and like. You'd think like if my life was in danger, or like, you know, and let's not forget that like, you know, I'm not like like no one's afraid of dying. If you're afraid of dying, there's something wrong with you. You know, it's like but you could be justified in being afraid of getting got, and then like being put in like, you know, being isolated for like a long time. Like you might say like torture. Oh my God. No, I'm talking about isolation. You know. When we was in La Carta de and we became the Candy King, right? And he was like renaming everything. But like what was interesting is like every night, like I would smell like frying bacon. Like what's the smell? And Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio would start playing. Like. You know, and then like, then I'd start hearing these noises in the rapper next to me, because I was a Candy King. So like the whole if you've been to SweetShop since ancient, you know, since like when was I in La Casa de Carton? Yakuza, I think. Either Yakuza Unis, Yakuza, like time ago, like a few years ago, and like. So I was a Candy King. I was in my rapper, you know, and I was pasando lo escargot. Like I had the time of my life in La Casa de Garden. Actually, the time of my life. I've never been so content, so happy as when I was in La Casa de Garden. You know, like I was finally like among like people who liked me and like got on with, you know, and there was like no stress. The only annoying thing was popcorn. You know, popcorn was like trying to get me and like and things like this. But everything be about spiritual mass think on firmado. So like all I had to do was like keep the vibe going, like da da da, like dance around, like dance around, like do 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 do, and so like every night, like I'd smell like frying bacon, like Gangsta's Paradise would start playing, and then I'd start hearing like Isolation, like in the rapper next to me, like you know, and I'd feel like when you're near like intense pain, you can actually feel like the pain, not like in like ow this hurts, but more like ooh what's going on, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is where I found out like what grime about. You might hear grime and be like, oh, this is an kind of interesting kind of hip hop. No, grime is about like channeling the spirits while you're isolating someone. I say isolating because like because I've actually been tortured, not physically tortured, but like I've been through like torture, and torture like nah. You know, like you, Egypt, have been torturing me for a while. This mild mental torture, which is actually like, you know, like increases your stat. But isolation is like the process of like taking away everything positive from someone, and like putting them in like in a state of like, I don't know, like there's different kinds of isolation. There's like painful isolation, like in pain. Like I'm like go on startchecker.net. Like I am in pain, right? Soy rey de España. So like in pain, like what we like to do is like shave your bones. Like ooh, it's actually like very painful. Like very painful shaving your bones. Grime is more like, you know, like balls deep in Emma Pryor match thing. More like you know, like hot stuff up in your guts. You know. But there's like that brutal isolation. There's actually gentle isolation. You know. But so yeah, so like every night, like I'd hear like the isolation would start. Like after I'd hear like Gangsta's Paradise playing, like I'd be like in my rap, like what is going on through that? And we hear like, all night long. It was the funniest thing ever. And I'd be like, who's there? Who isn't there? And at one point, like I was like singing. I was like, like, who are we getting? Is that my year 8 geography teacher? Is this Mrs. Thornton through that? Is this Mrs. Thornton? Like, Mrs. Thornton? Mrs. Thornton, is that you? And then I started singing like this song, and it was like the refrain, like, cause like when you're mad intimately spirited, like like everything comes easy to you when you're in SweetShop, you know. Like I started singing, and the refrain of the song was, Mrs. Thornton's not that. Mrs. Thornton's not that. So imagine, right? You're getting isolated, something fierce, man, like on some like O'Malley thing, or some like hatchets and things, like, or some like Zeri thing. Like you're like you know, like Dionysus and like in the rabbit eggs, and him like a little bit confused, because I was a bit confused. I was like, but by this time, because like everyone was just basically like, let's just like leave him in his wrapper and just be nice to him and see what happens, because like him like clearly like on some another thing, and like he just wants to be left alone, so let's just be nice to him and like isolate him and Meek, and like let him you know, like keep popcorn at bay, and like and just like entertain us all. So I was like thinking, like, I think this might actually be Mrs. Thornton. So like Shiva in the rabbit next to you, and you're getting isolate, you know, and Shiva's like convinced that you're Mrs. Thornton. It was like you know, I've had like quite a few of these funny moments, right? Like one time, like when me was in an Agon oven, right? And Zillions were in town, right? And Zillion team be all like brutal mob tactics. Just like Zillions in town, like in the street, like just attacking like random Zangl, like Zillions in town, like, you know, or like whatever. And like so I went on the metro, and like there's this guy like writhing. There was this absolute grimp match. This grimp. Like everyone was getting baked in oven, like left, right, and rhubarb in the Agon oven. Hence the name Agon oven. But we went on the metro, right? And like there's this grimp like writhing, like with like red face and like eyes like watering, like bloodshot eyes, and like writhing on the seat. It was just me and like like it was almost an empty carriage, right? He was writhing like and I walked in. I was like, I looked at him, and he's like writhing. I'm like, you're probably only crying because your boyfriend got baked in an oven, faggot. Right? And I was like, and then I went and sat down, and there was a Zillion Zangl like sat there, banky champy, and he had like this like this gray like this plastic bag full of like some kind of gray chemical, right? And like the other like grimp just like you know, and I like kind of sat there and like just looked at Banky Champy like for like the whole duration until the next stop, until he got off. This is so funny. Like imagine like someone just like acid attacked you or something, and like, you know, and like Yeshua would come up to you, like, you know, like like you must have really offendedly spirited if like you're just like doing mind your business, and then like Yeshua would come up to you, like Yeshua would come up to you, and like you're probably only crying because your boyfriend got baked in an oven, faggot. But yeah, there's many stories to tell, but let's leave them at this. This has been another Indigo broadcast brought to you by Zangl. Remember, if he's not Zangl, he's not Aberdagi. Indigo out.